What up, regime? Iamsymphony. I wanted to do this video because I didn't even know it was uploaded. I've been like running all over the place, crazy, traveling in and out of town, so I didn't see that Marcelito Pomoy had sang The Power of Love. So I'm gonna do a video on it because I want to listen to some good music, and I figure I'll watch it the first time with you guys and give my thoughts on it. Let's shut that door because the clock and get into this. You just jump right into it. I like how the emotion in his voice, it's not only that his voice can get high up and sound like Celine Dion, it's also the fact that the way he can come in really subtle, it's conveying the same emotion that Celine would probably convey. That's one thing people don't give him enough credit about. It's not that they don't give him credit for it, it's that we talk so much about his range and how he can sound like both a male and female vocalist, and as far as like hitting those crystal clear high notes, or even singing a song like this, right? By like, he's not singing just any female vocalist, he's doing a cover of Celine Dion. That's crazy, in her octave range. But he's not just singing it and hitting the notes, it's like he's actually singing it, you know what I mean? It's almost like, I'm kind of over the fact that he can sing that high. It's impressive to me, don't get me wrong, but it's not like I'm looking past it, but it's not at the forefront of what I recognize when I watch Marcelito Pomoy. He's an actual performer. This guy could like really tell a story. Sorry, I was like getting lost in it. I'd like to hear his normal speaking voice, like consistently, like I've heard it, but I'm trying to watch him because there's no strain in him. You know, I was talking about before, when you hit those high notes, when you want to get up higher in register, you have to relax your stomach and let it come out way up here and really sing from your diaphragm. I don't know how you do that sitting down and still be so like, just like not straining anywhere else. He doesn't have to shout or scream or anything like that. Like something like this is hard for me to analyze because I'm more trying to like figure out how is this even working. Like I try and listen, I try to see if there's any like bits where maybe he is hitting a falsetto just to hit way up there in those notes, but it's not, he's really singing. He's not yelling, he's not. And he doesn't have to. One way you can tell when people have to yell is they'll pull away from the microphone and then they'll come back in because it needs to like swell out. They don't want to hit that like static and crunch in the mic when they shout into it just to hit the note. So they'll pull away and then they'll come back and it makes it more subtle. He doesn't even have to do that. It's like effortless too. He's also making it his own, like in the sense that the ad-libs, the runs, he's adding to the ends of the lines. And he's not overdoing it too much either. At the same time, it's like perfect garnish. It's like you have this plate of steak at a 5-star restaurant, and there's not all this other bullshit on there that's taken away from the actual main course. That's exactly what he's doing. The stuff on there complements it, but it doesn't take away from the original song. Yet at the same time, he's still making it his own, but also at the same time conveying the same emotion where if I closed my eyes, I would feel like it was Celine Dion singing it, but I would think like, wow, she's doing it a little bit differently than she normally does. It sounds like I'm running all over the place, but it's crazy. Long story short, again, to wrap it all up, we should pay attention, not more, but just as much to Marcelito Pomoy and the way he tells stories, and not just focus so much on the technical side, because as great as he is technically and as like gifted as he is, he's just as gifted as far as being able to come up there and be vulnerable like it's nothing. Imagine this too, he's not singing to a bunch of people, he's sitting on a bus where it's not like it's a really cozy environment, like it's awesome, it's not like there's anything wrong with the Wish bus, it's just, it's a radio, right? Like it's a place where we go there and watch a bunch of different people perform. It's not like performing in like a coffee house or anything like that. So these people go from interviewing to just hanging out with everybody and having a good time, and they flip the switch, and someone like him will just like completely convey like a crap load of emotion, and that's like a hard thing to do, you know? This guy is a beast. I'm gonna stop this right here. I thought he was gonna sneeze at the end. Anyways, guys, he's an animal. This was kind of like on the fly. I didn't think I was gonna do this, but I just said, you know what? I haven't seen this video. Let's jump into it. Forgive me for not being so analytical. I was getting lost in like the fact that he was able to be that vulnerable and just flip the switch like that so effortlessly. That's really, really impressive to me. That's something that I'm trying to work on, because when you can learn to do that, you can learn to be a better, not only performer, but it complements the positive things that you already have fundamentally going on in your approach to singing. So I guess that's a lesson to take away from this, right? Get good at singing, but getting good at singing will only take you so far. Being vulnerable will take you exponentially further than just being a technically good singer. I'll see you guys next time.
Got a couple niggas, they been hating on me, acting like my friends, but really ain't my homies. Wanna come around and kick me when I'm down. Just know what goes around comes around, yeah.